Right, still 13 with Alan Kilshaw ahead of Doncaster on Sunday. First and foremost, though, obviously now we've secured a Super 8 place in the top four. Comes with 4 home games. How big of an advantage do you think that'll be in the closing stages?
Yeah, well, look, we're unbeaten at home in the league so far this year, and every team that will potentially play. There's just a couple of positions I think to be sorted down in 7th and 8th, but we'll have played at home, obviously, apart from York in the league, but we've played them in the iPro, so I think it will give us a good advantage. We've got one of the best grounds in the competition, and to play here, and off those 4 home games, we need to take advantage of it, but I do think it'll give us a bit of a leg up, and it's very pleasing. Start the year, I've said previous, I don't think many teams would have predicted us to be second or third at this stage of the year, and it's a testament to the coaching staff, how hard they work, and the support staff as well, and obviously the players. So we won't fall in love with ourselves. We know it's just coming to the end of this first stage, if you like, of the season, and we've got a way to go, but the 4 home games will be an advantage, and we'll look forward to Tuesday and see what draw we get, and then we'll go from there.
And one of those teams that will play at home is Keighley. After last Sunday's game, is that pleasing?
Oh, look, they were a little bit of a throwback from the 70s in the way they played. They were pretty brutal, and they didn't mind mixing it around the ruck, and then they threw the ball around, and some of those players, particularly in the second half, causes some damage. So they'll be a threat, like the other teams will. But I just felt a couple of lapses in concentration really hurt us, and second half, back end, probably can accept a couple of the tries. One from one of our errors, and there was one when we had a man in the sin bin, and they had a little bit of momentum. The try in the first half, the dummy half try, and I think that the one after that was not to the standards that we expect or that we set, and we've just got to concentrate for the full 80 minutes, and I think we showed a glimpse of how good we could be. You're always searching for that full 80-minute performance, and it might never come, but if we can get to that can be our goal, and we can get to some of those to play like we did in those opening stages and any patches in the second half, then we won't be far off. I thought we showed a bit of character at the end just to come through that and score with the last try, and we've done that a few times this year, and it does show there's a steel in the team, and there's a bit of toughness there that when there is momentum against us and we have conceded and teams are chasing us, we can kick on and secure the win, and that's what good teams do.
And just to explain to people who are watching, that the way that the Super 8s has been designed is so that we already knew which place team would play which place team. So now, to lose or finish top, obviously teams will be looking and knowing perhaps where they're going to finish or where they can potentially finish, and there's been talk of some teams looking to sort of finish 4th, knowing that they won't have to go to France. Is that something you had in the back of your mind all throughout the season, or was it just your aim to go and finish as high as possible?
Yeah, look, we want to win every game we play and finish as high as possible. There has been some noises, potentially. There's a couple of games this weekend that could decide who finished 4th. Doncaster being one of those teams potentially. York as well. Look, there's some noises being made. I never question integrity of the competition or the coaches or the players. I think that's one for message boards and in the pubs and people talking about that. Players just want to go out there and win, and look, I'm sure James Ford will want York to win this weekend. Gary Thornton will be coming here to want Doncaster to win this weekend, as we'll be coming out to win, and that's how we prepare and play. And whether you go to Toulouse again or not, obviously we've played them at home, so that's not something in our thinking, but I don't like to speak for anyone else, but I would say that those coaches will be going out to get victories on the weekend, and with the points carrying over, to the next stage. Whether you go to Toulouse or not, you want the 2 points, because come the business end, home playoffs and things like that will again be a massive advantage.
And just onto Sunday, it is Doncaster here, one of the teams who were tipped to be in and around the top at the beginning of the year. Do you think it'll be an exciting challenge, and do you think it'll differ a lot from last weekend's game with Keighley?
Yeah, it'll be a massive challenge. I rate them highly. They've been very similar to us, where they've had a lot of injuries at the start of the year, but they still managed to get some points on the board and tick over. Yeah, we have won more games than them at this stage so far of the year. They're getting players back, and obviously they've got a good dual registration relationship with Hull. They're a well-run club. They've got a good coach in Gary, and he took over back end of last year when they were struggling in the Championship, and it's been a transition for some of those players, and he's brought a lot of players in as well. So like I say, they're getting bodies back now, and they've got some real threats across the park, and we've got to be on our mettle, and we can't just turn up and think it's going to happen this week, because we've shown in patches last week that we can perform. We've got to, we've really got to be on this week and be tough and do those things that we're practicing and doing them under pressure. It should be a good game. Hopefully, be a big crowd, and we can sign off in style before the start of the Super 8s.
And now we're at the Super 8 stage. Have you got sort of one eye on next season? Any players in mind that you're looking to sign?
Oh look, there's a date in place that you can't sign players, so 1st of September we can start looking. We have had a couple of conversations with agents, and we've got a list there of players, but it's a bit up in the air because we'd be playing off different budgets. So we've got a plan in place, and we've got some players that we will target depending on what competition we're in. We'll be looking to strengthen and boost the squad, but at this stage of the year, like I say, it's a bit uncertain where we'll be, so we'll just keep ticking over and keep an eye on things and see if those targets do look to leave where they're playing. Just until the end of the year now, we're looking to secure Ryan Manili, on loan till the rest of the year, and hopefully our squad will be set. And I do believe we've got a squad there that will be very competitive in the back end.